my gorgeous son. It is a somber episode because it is week 2 of me, Rollie Bush, not knowing where my gorgeous, beautiful, but otherwise unskilled son Andy is. Who knows? Joining me as always is...
Everardo
the Intern. Fresh from Ryerson podcast program.
And good to see you too, Dad. Sorry, Mr. Bush.
Wow. Wow,
Sorry.
the interloper has already taken a step towards the new role.
Well, yeah.
This is real the favorite behavior on your part, Ev. I assume. I haven't seen it.
Me neither. I have no idea what you're talking about. But can I just say it's been great living with you since Andy's been missing.
It has been good. And can I just say that your single white female-esque transformation into a mirror image of my son has been unsettling and, at times, nice.
Yeah, I've gotten real comfy in Andy's room. Just kind of keeping it warm so that if he does return, he doesn't come back to a cold bedroom. So kind of keeping some life in there.
I did see a bill on your bedstand for some light plastic surgery.
Yeah, just some light surgery. I'm going to get my hairline receded a little bit.
Oh, wow.
No.
Simultaneously coming out swinging, but from a place of love?
Out of respect.
I like that they already billed you for something you're going to get. That's a lot of trust. Down payment.
Yeah, and I assume it will go well. I haven't had a real meeting with the doctor, just kind of through email.
Have you ever had plastic surgery before?
I got my ears tucked back because my mom said they looked like a monkey's ears.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's a real fact of my life when I was about 5 years old.
A monkey's ears. Wow.
But it was out of love.
And may I say now your ears make you look like a monkey's ass.
I do think my ears have not grown since then because I do have small
little ears. I got big
ears.
It's
kind of something I'm worried about, that maybe they'll never grow.
And
maybe it's been 30 years and they've never grown.
Your face will keep growing.
My face will keep growing.
To a Mount Rushmore-esque proportion, but your ears will be baby ears.
When I'm 80, my nose will be gigantic and my ears will be regular size. Hopefully.
That's what they say. Your ears and your nose keep growing unless you're Everard. I had plastic surgery once when I was a child. I had my penis reduced in size because even at that time, my mom and dad said that it flomped around too proudly and too big. And my dad felt jealous. My first words were, no, it's, yours looks good too. My first words were comforting words to my shamed father. Well, speaking of fathers and sons, that brings us to a somber topic. Today's topic. Where the hell is my son? Mine boy, Andy. The private eye shit didn't work out. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm wondering where he is too because I cannot figure out his password to his computer.
Oh, brother. This guy's got his eye on the prize.
So he could just come back, log in real quick, and he can leave as far as I'm concerned.
I don't agree with that. Andy, come home. If you're listening to this, if you're one of the 12 weekly listeners, come home. I want you back. And I'll kick Ev out. I haven't become that used to him.
We could share rooms, or I could sleep in the basement or the couch.
You're leaving. Once he's back, you're leaving. Okay? Well, that's how all of the movies end. The single white female gets killed. I'm gonna stage a battle where Andy pushes you off a balcony or something.
Well, if that's how it has to happen, I will be training for this battle on our balcony. God.
You're really trying to do me in, eh? Well, absent a successful private eye mission and still reluctant to contact the police, a racist organization, lock them up, along with Hillary. I have mixed politics. In lieu of going to any official source, I have turned deeper towards the idiosyncratic solutions presented by our municipal gods. What the hell am I talking about? I'm talking, of course, about psychic mediums. Those to paraphrase other people, blights upon our municipal landscape, or to paraphrase myself, neat little folks who do their thing in the corners of stores and beneath you, maybe right now, under your feet, in your basement. Check your basement. There might be a psychic medium there with a neon sign on your yard and a very detailed arrow pointing right past your steps and into your basement. Go check next to your furnace. There might be a medium making a living wage down there with kids. I love these people. I love what they do and what they bring. They'll read your hand, and if you don't want them to do that, they won't. Consent. But enough about my personal experience with one psychic medium who lived in my basement and read my hand, except what I didn't want. These two psychic mediums, and yes, I've hired two, because one is never enough when you're trying to find your son. This one I saw when her neon sign lit up my eyes as I was stumbling towards a late-night McDonald's drive-thru and being denied for not having a car. Change your rules, McDonald's. She was located deep in the heart of a Toronto area. I believe it was Parkdale. Please welcome Banandra.
Hello, it's so nice to be here, Roland.
Oh, Roland. Wow, how did you... Okay, she's already used her psychic powers to discern that Rollie is short for Roland.
Yes.
Great job.
Yes, absolutely. It came to me. It was Dunn Avenue behind the Parkdale McDonald's.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Near the tourist home.
Tourist home?
Yeah.
What the hell's a tourist home?
It's
a hotel?
It's a house with a sign that says tourist home on it, and a tourist can stay there.
A hostel?
It's a tourist home.
Okay.
And it's there. It's real.
Banandra, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you, Roland.
So I remember when I walked, your sign was so bright.
Yes. I paid for 3 different colors of neon.
Right.
Wow.
Green, red, purple. Christmas and a twist.
I know a little bit about neon. I visited the Neon Museum in Las Vegas.
Oh, I have too. Isn't it a blast?
It's a blast.
It really is.
You see the whole history of Vegas through signs.
Did you know that Vancouver used to have more neon than Las Vegas?
And why did they change it?
Oh, it was an eyesore. It was considered a blight, much like many people consider us mediums. Thank you for reminding the audience.
I'm just paraphrasing what other people say.
I
on
know.
Such sites as Yelp.
This is why mediums use neon. We're derided, and so is neon. We're considered crass, and we are in league.
Wow, you band together. You make it your own.
We do.
Such as various minority groups use slurs.
I don't want to speak on behalf of minorities I'm not a part of.
I do, but I won't. Out of respect for that.
How nice. How nice.
Banandra, thank you. And please, now let's welcome another medium, because when it comes to mediums, there's so much fun, and you can guess that 2 is better than 1. Unless they're fighting, I hope that doesn't happen. This is an early form of rapping. So please welcome the second medium, whose advertisement I saw in a very small, thin local newspaper called Coffee News inside of Fiesta Farms, as I was stumbling drunk from the McDonald's in a rage, banging on the outside of the Fiesta Farms, finding out they too will not serve you past a certain hour. Please welcome someone whose ad lit up my eyes, not with neon, but with font choice, graphic choice, and some of the word content, which included very graphic descriptions of what might happen to you if you don't seek out a medium soon. It's Miss Nefertiti!
Why, hello, Rollie.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, this is actually the first time I've heard your voice. I didn't realize you'd be so cartoonishly evil sounding.
I'm not evil sounding. I'm like someone ripped open my insides and put a soft jaguar in there.
Yes, truly an image not of evil, but of good.
My voice.
Wait a second. Did someone cram Borat next to the Jaguar?
No, I'm sorry. Every once in a while, my voice just goes where it wants to. It's actually a demon slipping into my larynx.
Holy smokes. Yeah, so I for sure trust you less than Banandra.
Oh, you should trust me more. I actually tap into the real supernatural.
Wow.
Banandra doesn't know anything about anything. In fact, she's wrong about Vegas. Vancouver, the reason they stopped using neon signs was for a time there was a government subsidy allowing you to get cheap neon, and then the government took it away.
Well, that doesn't
said
explain
no
why they
more.
changed Granville Street completely.
No, what are you talking
Well,
about?
Granville Street was lit up like a Christmas
Yes,
tree. And if the
until the
subsidy, but if
subsidy.
it was gone, it doesn't mean the neon disappears.
Yes,
We're talking
it
about
did. It
city
was too
ordinances.
expensive,
Miss
Benandra. It was too
Nefertiti.
expensive. Have you ever
No, it's
bought
legislation.
neon in Vancouver?
It's municipal
Who are you,
legislation.
John Cougar
I
Mellencamp?
wish I could
don't
say
think
I
so.
didn't expect this to descend into a battle over Vancouver's signage history, but I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised
Once again.
either. I saw it coming.
Oh, sure, psychic medium. All right, Vancouver signage aside, although I hope we return to it, because
If there's time, I'd love to go over the subsidies, government subsidies.
It was a
of
government
Vancouver.
subsidized program because
not
they
true.
wanted to have more neon than anywhere else in the world.
there's no way that's
But taking
true.
that
Yes,
away
it's
doesn't
true.
take away the signage.
Oh
Why,
my God,
just-
Benandra! It was too expensive to upkeep.
Oh,
So
I
the-
don't know. The sign for the Smiling Buddha lasted until the 90s. That's when
Get-
5440 purchased it.
Fucking real.
Wait a
Benandra.
minute, 5440, the band bought a sign and a restaurant?
Yes, and they named their album after it, Neon Buddha. Have you not Smiling Buddha, whatever it's called?
Oh, she
Were
can't
you
even
not
get a story
around
straight.
in Canada in the 1990s? They toured with the sign.
We
Sure.
were all around.
Smiling
50
Buddha Cabaret. They got it.
5440.
Yes.
I don't remember a single song by 5440.
Oh, come on.
Do
one
I?
gun added onto the one gun.
one gun at it on. One gun at it on to the one gun at it on.
Can I just say that every week we try to alienate non-Canadian listeners even more, and this week is taking the cake.
Well, if you want me to sing Ocean Pearl, I'll sing it next.
Oh shit!
I got an ocean pearl.
Oh my god!
I
see an open world.
An open world.
Wow, this is officially the first bit of positive criticism 5440 has ever received from an internet age podcast.
I'll tell you something. I've been to the bassist parents' home.
The who?
The
Ooh,
bassist's
what a
parents.
brag.
The bassist of 5440.
Yeah.
Oh, what mansion did
went to
his
his
parents
parents'
live
It
in?
was a very normal home covered in 5440 posters. And
Posters unframed like a college wall.
just everywhere. And I didn't understand why these old people were so into 5440 until I realized that was their son.
Their son was the bassist.
This was
They kept
before.
pointing to the poster like, hey, can you see the guy who you can sort of see way behind all those other guys?
Now, I'll tell you one thing. I didn't realize this because this was before I became a psychic. I got struck by a hot brick.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, let's hard left into your origin stories.
Yes, I was walking under a construction site next to a foundry, and a brick, I guess, had fallen out of the construction worker's hand, popped right into a vat of molten lead, hit me in the head. and-
Tangent, and I know it's going to be less interesting than what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I just got to go on a quick tangent
All
because you
right.
said brick, which is always our opportunity to talk about Brick from Anchorman. I love lamp. I love lamp. Okay, please continue.
That was very childish, Rollie.
Wow, I love lamp.
I don't know much about Anchorman.
I don't know much about lamp.
I don't understand, but I'm sure it's very funny.
There is a character named Brick.
Yes.
In Anchorman. It's so
You gotta see this.
it's so charming.
Explain it.
Every time all of them get together, each of them has an opinion on whatever the situation is, but Brick is stupid.
Oh, so they're making fun of a less intelligent person.
I would say it goes worse than that. It's way more. Everything you think I'm dancing around, the movie does not dance around.
No wonder it's your favorite.
Oh, I love a movie that just goes there and stays there and can't age.
And who portrays Brick?
Steve Carell of Office
Oh.
fame.
I don't know what that is, but the guy from Foxcatcher.
Yes.
Yes.
Steve Carell of Foxcatcher.
Oh, I love his work. I love his nose work.
Oh, yeah. If you love his weird series of excessively dark and humorless films, you will be stunned to hear that he's mostly a comedian.
You know, Orson Welles wore a different nose for every role. He didn't
Did he
like his
really?
own. Is that what Steve Carell is like?
Sort of. Yeah, except the nose is, I guess, of the soul.
Speaking of Orson Welles,
Let's.
that's how I got my powers.
Oh, yeah, so, Penandra, are you mostly done? Brick and lava?
Hot brick, that's it.
And then how did this hit you?
It hit me in the head
Where was the lava?
on the brick. It was molten lead.
Wait, so a brick landed on your head.
It hit some lead first. It was a construction site next to a foundry. Please pay attention.
I'm trying to, but you
brick.
said brick, and that was your fault.
A hot brick
Came
fell
from a
in lead and
construction
hit her
site
on
into
the head.
lead. Hit me on the head. I got psychic. I don't know how much more I
guess
could
that
sell.
stands out.
Having so much trouble focusing because now you've got me thinking it would be a great Anchorman spin-off called Hot Brick, where Brick goes to Cancun and gets hot.
Should we talk about your son?
Wait,
God
no.
damn it, Penandra. I want to talk about my origin story.
Yeah, we gotta get to
This is classic Penandra.
I
She doesn't want anyone
apologize.
to know.
I'm just
I got my powers
so
from having
worried.
sex with Orson Welles.
Oh, God. No, you didn't.
How
Had
old are
such
you?
an extreme orgasm. I reached the highest heights.
No.
Almost transcended my body. And from then on, I could see ghosts and speak to the dead and communicate with the world of the supernatural.
From having sex with Orson Welles?
Put a
And you-
jaguar in you?
Oh, no, I was born that way, you bitch.
Oh, so you were already so weird.
I was already wild,
But having
for sure.
sex with Orson Welles triggered something on top of that.
Ooh, on top, under, behind.
Okay.
Rolled together like a pretzel.
I really think we
Not
should talk
familiar
about
with that maneuver.
your son. I don't know
Oh,
why we're talking about
Penandra.
So wait,
She's
okay.
afraid of my body and my power.
Wait, so
We
does
will-
Orson Welles have powers?
Ooh, not
Oh,
anymore, baby.
yes,
I
of
sucked him
course.
dry.
Oh wow! So you
Okay,
succubused Orson Welles' power.
Well, he did all his best work in his 20s.
I believe they call it an incubus when it's a woman on a man.
Do they?
And a succubus when it's a man on a woman.
That's,
or is
Well,
it
I
that's
think that might
absolutely
be-
wrong.
I
It's
smell an
reverse.
opportunity to
It's
talk
a
about
reverse.
90s music again.
Oh,
Incubus.
Katie.
What about those abs?
Pardon me while I burn. That's one.
Is
That's
that
an
one?
incubus.
So you had sex with Orson Welles, and then
Mm-hmm.
now you're powerful. Listen, we're going to get to the matter at hand so shortly, but Orson Welles had a new movie come out this year
No.
on Netflix.
What?
It's a-
Really?
yeah.
Do we know about this?
I
The
did not.
Other Side of the Wind? Has anyone seen this? You heard about this? Yeah, anyone seen this? You heard about this?
I saw the documentary about it.
What the hell?
I didn't, but Orson Welles visited me as a ghost in the night and said, "Watch me."
What?
But I thought he wanted me to watch him masturbate.
Okay. Did he masturbate?
He always does.
Oh, see, you thought it was about that, but he meant watch my Netflix
Yes.
movie coming
Yes.
out soon.
He just happened to be masturbating
Oh, he
when he
always
said
is.
that.
Yes.
I'll say
very-
this about Netflix. They're always coming up with fun new marketing strategies.
I'm very concerned about your son.
Okay,
Yes.
listen.
Your son.
Yes, let's pivot to my missing son instead
I mean-
of talking about Ghost Orson Welles floating and masturbating
It was
in service.
important you know where I came from.
You know what? We've partied and we've riffed for too long. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little choked up because my beautiful Andy boy is missing, and
He's
I don't know.
dead.
He's
Oh shit!
absolutely dead.
He's dead.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Oh, I'm glad we agree on something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
he's dead.
What are you talking about? How,
I mean, he wasn't long.
I
for
had a
this world
vision.
anyway.
what vision? What did you have?
He's face down in water, covered in wet leaves and sticks.
Oh my god.
I mean, I see it slightly differently.
All right.
In that he visited me sopping wet as a ghost and said, "Watch me," and then proceeded to masturbate.
Yeah, but he was wet, so
Oh, he was sopping wet, no
Was that
sticks.
definitely Andy or renowned actor in a fake nose, possibly
No,
Orson
I
Welles?
Steve Carell.
Oh,
He's a chameleon.
He is a chameleon, but he's not dead, Benandra. So how could he visit me as a ghost?
I was
Whereas
joking.
Your son, for sure, is dead.
Yes, he's dead. It's I see a gravel and a gate and his little foot sticking up out of the rushes.
Little foot. So you're seeing a child.
No. Just a little bit on the small side for a grown man.
Yes,
But still,
small feet.
I feel like you're describing the opening sequence from Ratcatcher.
No.
That Irish independent film about a child who kills
Da?
another child.
Da, can I listen to Tom Jones, Da?
You've seen Ratcatcher.
I've seen Ratcatcher many a time, and that's my favorite
Many-
line from the movie.
Many a time you
I
watch
love to depress myself.
that. God.
I love
That's like the
being sad.
syrup from a cloud of depression.
But Da, I want to listen to Tom Jones.
I should clarify now because your image is it's not gaining traction with me. He's a grown man.
yes, and is a grown man with just slightly smaller feet than average.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that it's canon. Andy has hooves.
Oh, so it is like a small foot.
That is a small foot.
Andy has he's the rare boy with hooves with some toes on them.
So I was right. So I was actually right now. And I want you to
Oh my God,
acknowledge
I'm so
that.
sorry.
A
I
hoof
doubted
is a
you.
small foot.
I want you to acknowledge that.
And you know what? So you're probably seeing are his custom shoes that I ordered for him one Christmas, which is Nike hoof coverings.
Why would you have made fun of me? I'm a powerful medium, and I was correct.
I didn't mean to make fun of you. I just wanted to launch into a brief, unfulfilling conversation about Lynn Ramsey's rat catcher.
I'm seeing a woman.
Oh, wow.
Somehow,
Just
part of his death.
a woman.
I'm getting an image. He has a very long length of dental floss wrapped around his neck, about 120 times.
I'm getting an image of a woman. Bloodied hands,
Oh, my God.
clean teeth, perfect sparkling,
Okay.
standing over him
Yeah.
as she kicks him
I
into
don't know.
a
I don't
ditch.
know about this part.
Oh, well, you wouldn't.
No, I think he was wrapping it around his own neck.
No, Andy
it
would
possible
never
he was-
take his own life.
That
No,
does sound like Andy to want to hang himself, but not have the foresight to purchase rope. So just see what he can do with floss.
or it was sexual.
Ooh.
I did walk in on Andy once, and he was holding a thing of dental floss, and then he threw it from himself really quickly in an ashamed way. And I said to him, "What's the big deal? You're flossing." And then he said, his eyes shifting back and forth, yeah, flossing. So who knows? Maybe he does have a sort of sexual relationship with dental floss.
Thank
Maybe.
you.
I'm not denying it, Benandra.
Well, you said there
I'm
was a
just saying
woman
there
with
was a
bloody
woman there.
hands.
There was a woman there with bloody hands, for sure.
Sensationalism.
Oh,
This is just sensationalism.
It's not. Which one of us has channeled ghosts through her own body?
Me.
No, it's me, Rollie. Rollie, you don't have a woman's body, first
Oh,
of all.
I
Okay,
don't think
First of all,
Ghost.
don't tell me what I have and what I don't
You're
have.
right, that was disrespectful.
I was on
Absolutely.
season 9 of Drag Race, so don't tell me what I don't have.
Were you?
But-
Which one were you?
Why are you talking
me?
about this?
How did you do in the improv
I did
challenge?
so well. I was a comedy queen, but
Oh,
I
were
didn't
you?
paint for the back row. I didn't paint for the people across the street.
You
I painted
painted
for
for
someone
the gods?
for the gods. And I was the kind of bitch who stirred up trouble whenever. You thought I was bad, but I had a heart of gold. Didn't matter. And I'll rip you to pieces if you come at me,
a real
sis.
Bianca del Toro.
Bianca Del Rio can eat
Oh,
my
that's the
ass.
one.
Bianca
Bianca
Del Toro.
was my own mother.
Bianca Del Toro is my favorite sassy queen in The Usual Suspects.
Have you ever looked inside the hood of one of Andrew's hoodies?
Ooh.
What the hell? No.
In every single one, he's drawn the face of a pretty girl.
That's true. I am wearing one of his hoodies right now.
He puts the hoodie on backwards.
puts it on backwards.
Puts his arms through.
And
so
he
that the
puts
hood
face up
faces
on
him.
His face.
While he can
Kisses it.
masturbate and kiss a hoodie.
Oh my god.
I knew this about him as well.
Kisses
Go to
it.
his
No,
closet
you're
now.
stealing my
I'm
material.
not stealing.
You just knew where I
I'm
was
not
going with that,
stealing.
but you did not have that idea.
So
You
I'm
did
a
not have the
genius?
vision.
So I'm a genius.
No, you're a
then?
Wait,
thief.
I'm trying to wrap my head
You're a
around
thief.
this.
Either I knew this already or I'm very smart. So
You're a
thank
It would
you for
be
the
too
You are a
dark
thief.
for him to see the
No.
face.
Yeah, but the
No.
thing is, he knows.
And
So
it's
that
a
he
drawing
knows
of a
that
face. Just go on the internet.
It was a drawing of a
But
woman's
in
face.
an internet face, you can't get warm and wrapped around
And
your
a
arm.
hoodie has no search history.
Oh my god.
You're always
That sounds like a
incognito
weird
in a
ad
hoodie.
for hoodies. Really, Steph, trying to get ahead of a
Look,
problem
look at
no
his
one's
hoodie.
identified yet.
You look.
That's true. I am
inside.
wearing one of his
Look
hoodies
in
right
that
now.
hood.
That's a ratty hoodie. Class of 48.
Can I just say
That's
that
Orson Welles' hoodie.
No, that's Andy's.
It's Rita Hayworth's face.
I just
is
say
on
that-
it.
It's been signed by his classmates. Let me see what it says. And I have faith in Truman's policies.
Look inside the hood.
Oh, yeah, that was in the States at the time.
Look inside the hood.
Rollie,
I'll
you're
look inside
avoiding.
the hood.
Look inside the hood.
I'm looking inside the hood.
What do you see?
No, the hood is real stiff. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, this is... Okay, well, let's stop burying the lead. The hood is stiff with spit and cum.
And what's drawn in there?
I can't tell. It won't open.
Rita Hayworth's face.
Rita Hayworth. A bombshell from that era, I assume.
I think we're discovering Andy has a lot of peculiar sexual appetites.
Nothing wrong with them. They're just
No,
his.
no.
But
Peculiar, yes, different. But not
They led him
wrong,
to
not
his
bad.
death. He's dead.
He's definitely dead.
I wonder if he is dead, because where's the body? How come no one's found it? I mean, I've got to have more faith than this. My boy's not dead. My boy's out there somewhere, waiting for me to find him.
Has he called?
Well, sometimes he used to call, but then I wouldn't answer. Or, like, he would call, and I would text back, come on, don't call me.
That's very cat's in the cradle of you.
What's that?
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when. We'll be together then.
Oh, my
son.
God.
And we'll have a good time then.
I do know 5440. You know what? We've talked a big game about what you guys saw or didn't see in terms of Andy's current state
Yes.
before you came here. But what I was hoping to engage in is a bit of in-the-moment psychic experiencing. Is there some sort of a seance or something we could do to see if we can access Andy?
I want you to imagine Orson Welles. Orson Welles is in the room,
Yeah, I see him.
and I'm going to do the chant. Rosebud.
Yeah.
Rosebud.
Yeah.
Rosebud.
Yeah.
What do you feel, Rollie?
Hungry.
You feel hungry? More.
hungry.
Dig deeper, Rollie.
I don't know. I feel like seeing The Other Side of the Wind on Netflix Canada.
Rollie, he's here.
Orson?
Orson's here.
Orson?
Yes.
I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear him because he's crawling into your body as we speak.
What?
That's fucked.
Taking possession of you. Tell us, Orson, what has happened to Andy?
Hello, everyone. It's me, Orson Welles.
What?
Interesting take.
Hello.
I mean, it's more like a pinky in the brain thing if you're looking for source material.
It is Orson Welles here.
No, the brain. Think of the brain's voice.
This is my undoctored voice, as it's always been.
This is Bane or something. I don't. What's happening here?
Let the games begin.
All right, well.
Tom
this is
Hardy mumbling. No, that's not Orson Welles.
Give us some information before you go.
Hello. It is I, Orson Welles.
Give me better.
Hello. Hello.
Where do you think he's
I don't-
from?
I don't know, Braid.
No, it's a bit more. I'm Orson Welles, and I talk a bit with a transatlantic accent.
this.
I'm Orson Welles. Hey.
I'm Orson Welles.
I'm Orson Welles.
A bit,
See?
yeah, a bit deeper. A bit, yeah.
I'm Orson Welles. See?
Rosebud.
Okay, here we are.
Where is Andy's body?
And this body is where I want.
Okay, well, we're back to the beginning.
Hello.
Vincent D'Onofrio from Men in Black.
Oh, yes, that's
My body
that's
is
good,
full
yeah.
of flaws.
Vincent D'Onofrio played Orson Welles in Ed Wood.
All right. It's me, Orson Welles, and here's what you've got to know.
Yes,
Your son,
yes.
Andrew, is alive and well.
No,
he was
well, I don't
dead.
think... I
He's
thought he was
pursuing his
dead.
dreams in the Hollywood of
Are
Canada.
his dreams floating around in a ditch? With
Hollywood
Hollywood
North.
of Canada. Halifax?
Hollywood, yes. A name they gave to themselves, no one else uses, and even they are tiring of.
Is that real?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah, that's real.
Oh, God.
May I just say, Miss Nefertiti, you're looking stunning.
Okay, Orson, you're at work right now.
Am I?
Yeah, well.
Orson, don't
All work
undo
and no
Rolly's
play.
pants. Don't undo Rolly's pants.
All work
Orson,
and no play.
You haven't got Rollie's consent to
All work and no
masturbate.
play.
Can't do that,
You can't
Orson.
do that, Orson. You
Rolly, do I
sneaky
have
boy.
consent to manipulate your genitals for my own pleasure? No, don't. Sounded like a yes to me.
Orson,
Orson, you're hearing what you want to hear.
it's 2019 and you're not adjusted to things. You can't do this. You shouldn't have been it.
I'm Orson Welles.
Orson, you're being offensive.
And you sound like Mae West now.
Mae West. I used to call her April West. Always came early when I was with her because I'm a good lover.
Can we have Rolly
Orson,
back?
I think you need to let Rollie come back.
No. You asked for Orson Welles.
like
and
this
is what
guy.
you're getting.
Well, I did ask for it. Orson,
No, you're not.
I think you need to get over this ego moment you're having and go back to the spirit realm.
No, I want to help. Find Andrew.
Well, then tell
Oh,
us
yeah.
exactly where he is.
He's at a coffee shop working on a screenplay.
Oh, well, that's sort of a ditch.
Wait, has he been
A
there for
velvet
8
ditch of
hours and
sorts?
only ordered one coffee?
Yes. He keeps getting the tea and asks them to refill it. The servers are obliging him, but they're not happy.
Has he agonized about fleshing out the female characters because he knows he should, but he also knows he can't?
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. And
Is
he
there a
keeps-
woman there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Her name is Mrs. Margie Bush.
Mrs. Is that?
His wife?
His...
Mother.
Oh no, Bonanza.
I was.
What did he say?
Rollie.
Oh my God, I'm out. I'm out. What did he do?
It's all right.
What did he do?
We weren't looking.
Oh God.
Orson said, Andy is still with us, with a woman at a coffee shop closer than we think,
Working on his screenplay.
and the woman was Margie Bush.
My estranged wife?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, my phone is ringing off the hook. Andy, look, Andy called me all these times.
Oh.
What the hell? Why didn't Orson answer my phone?
Orson doesn't know how to use a phone
Yeah,
unless
he
it's rotary.
Would not know what that was.
I'm gonna try calling him back.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Andy?
Hello.
Andy?
Hey, Dad.
Oh my God, you're alive!
Yes, I am alive. What do you mean? Why do you think I'm? You think?
Where the hell have you been?
Can you ask him if there's leaves and
Yeah,
sticks?
I told you I was. I'm on vacation. You
Is he-
didn't hear me? I said, Dad, I'll be back in a couple weeks. I'm going on vacation.
Is he on water?
What? But
Is he wrapped in floss?
Is he-
oh,
is he
I
near
thought
Birch
that you
Tree?
were joking around. I didn't know that was information I should retain as important information. I always tell you gotta not tell me things first thing in the morning. Because that's when I'm sleepy and I'm doped up on my Valium and I'm ready to go. And I'm preoccupied by other things.
Sorry, I'm talking to my dad. Hold on.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm with Mom right now. Hold on.
Oh my. You are. Orson Welles was
Orson
right.
Welles was
He was
right.
right.
What the hell is she doing? Why didn't you call me when you left?
What? Dad wants to know why did you call my dad when you left?
What the hell?
He said she didn't want to talk to you.
Oh my God.
Put her on the
Just
phone.
wanted to get away.
Cold.
Put her on the fucking phone. Oh, I don't want this.
All right.
This is crossing the streams. Hello? Margie?
Yeah?
This is an outrage.
Oh, really? And what part of the outrage is yours?
I'm outraged that
Really?
that you took our son away and I was never told.
I didn't take him. I could get rid of him.
Well, the plot thickens.
See you for vacation. Does anyone want to hang out with me?
No, Andy, we just want to know you're safe and to have possession of you.
I'm safe, Dad. I'm safe. I'm here in Nova Scotia. I just needed a little bit of time away from you, okay?
Oh my God. This is fucking-
Halifax.
This is tearing me up.
Hollywood.
Clarify for everyone who's listening, Andy, do we call Halifax Hollywood?
Halifax, no, what?
Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood. What? Yes, Hollywood.
Yeah, we call it Hollywood.
You call it Hollywood? No.
Yeah, we call it Hollywood out there.
It's ironic. Yeah, it's not Hollywood.
No, we call it that for real.
What are you doing?
What? I'm just
What are
chilling.
you doing? Why are you calling me?
I'm talking to two mediums who were helping me discern if you were dead.
Two mediums?
Yeah, they were pretty convinced you were dead. I was pretty convinced you weren't. Then Orson Welles came out and he said you were with your mom, and he was fucking dead on.
Can you ask him if he's been floating around in water?
One of the mediums, Benandra, wants to know if you've been floating around in water.
No, I've been showering.
Is that what you meant, Benandra? Showering?
If there were enough leaves and sticks
I
on him.
haven't had a bath I want to say like 15 years, so I'm showering.
She wants to know if there were leaves and sticks in your showering experience.
There were no leaves and no sticks, but I am looking at some leaves and sticks right now. I'm looking out the window.
Ask him
That's the wood.
if he feels erotic about floss.
Okay, just to pivot to a completely different subject. Do you feel erotic about floss?
What?
He's hiding.
Yeah, you're hiding it. Probably got some floss wrapped around your neck right now, you perv.
Probably wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, they also want to know if you ever drew a woman's face on the inside of the hood of your hoodies and then pulled it down over your face to snug up while you jerked it in a closet.
How did you know that?
Okay, he's confirming that one.
We're psychics, baby.
Yeah, you can't hide from us.
So, Andy, now that I know you're alive, thank God, I just want to say, didn't go to the cops about it, and turned out to be the right choice, because they probably would have taken this as an advantage to lock up another innocent man. But I'm so happy you're okay. How has your time with your mom been going?
It's been okay. She was in the hospital recently, but she's fine.
What happened? Oh my God, is she suffering from no more Rollies around disease?
No, she actually, I took her to I'm not kidding, I took her to a VR place to show her VR for the first time, and she flew around in a Superman game and hit the side of a building and fell.
What the hell?
I don't know if this is funny or not, but she fell and hurt herself, and everyone freaked out, and she had to go to the hospital. She's okay now, so maybe it's. But yeah, she actually hit a. Just be careful in VR.
Isn't
she? I'm not kidding. She flew through the air, and she was having a fantastic time, and everyone was, and she hit the side of the guy, the little teenager that was showing us how to play the game, was really excited that she hit the side of a building and just bounced back she actually hit the side of the building.
What do you mean the building? What building? Like a wall?
A real building?
There was a wall. She just missed the ceiling of the building. It was like a Spider-Man type, Superman type game. She was flying and she missed the roof, and she went, and she it looked like she hit the side of a wall.
Oh my!
Even though it didn't happen.
So if you get injured in VR, you get injured in real life?
Oh wow!
That's the premise of VR 5.
Yeah, it was some serious Matrix type, Inception type shit. She fell in real life.
That's crazy. It's all coming true.
Yeah, it's really coming true. It's like an injury simulator. It was awful. It was terrible.
Ask Andy what he was doing in the VR. Did he end up in a ditch?
Oh yeah, one of the psychics want to know if what your VR gaming experience was. Did you do Superman also, or did you do some sort of virtual hanging out in a ditch game?
No, there was no virtual hanging out in a ditch. I basically had my mother put on a VR helmet and watched her fall to the ground, and that was it.
Well, it's
okay, just so you know.
I'm glad to hear it. I hope your mom's okay. If she's seeing any other fellas, get rid of them. Dad's coming home eventually on his terms.
I'm not going to do that, Dad.
Okay, well.
She's happy now.
Just monitor it.
Yeah, I'll just monitor it, Dad. Thanks.
I'll see you soon, I hope.
Yeah, see you soon, Dad.
Bye now. Wow.
Orson was right all along.
I like that Andy brought up the subject of VR because it reminds me of my early forays in VR gaming experience. This is, of course, the section of the show that we love and cherish and repeat as often as possible, called The Games I Made When I Worked in VR. Now, Everardo, as you know, I was one of the early adopters of VR technology.
Of course, yeah.
The movie Tron was based on a time that I showed up to work at a VR place and said, let's make a movie called Tron. And then I described the plot of Tron, and then they made Tron. And they were like, how cool should this look? And I was like, not good. And they're like, perfect. So
that was good restraint you showed, not making it too cool.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I want this to be old and seem out of date the moment it comes out. But I was involved with so many early games. So many awesome early VR games were mine. And then I got out of the game too early before it blew up. But so you want to hear about some of my games?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Why not?
All right.
So the first game you're going to love, I know you're going to love this. It was called, oh, fuck. I gotta go.
Did you forget the name of the... Do you have to go to the bathroom right now?
To the bathroom.
What?
Was
Now!
that the game?
And
That was
Are
the
you
game.
asking for help right now?
no, In this VR experience game,
I felt very news on first.
in a series of levels,
That was like a virtual reality.
have to go to the bathroom, but you're in a series of high-stakes situations where you can't just excuse yourself. High-stakes business presentation. High-stakes job interview. You're one of the terrorists taking over a plane.
Okay, so you would run around, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you go to the
Do
bathroom.
you really go to the bathroom?
But you have to, the VR part of it, the gameplay part, is you have to create an apt excuse. So the hardest level for sure, the last level, is the one where you're a member of an early form prototype of Al Qaeda, taking over an airplane that's headed towards a major American landmark. Yep. And
Rollie,
you have to go to the
like
bathroom.
this.
You have to go to the bathroom, and everyone else on your team, and even the people who aren't, are like, get control of yourself, man. Anyway, so that was the first game. It was called The Thing I Said Already.
And that was a simulator to do potty training on children, right?
Yeah.
like
It was
a-
initially pitched as a potty training simulator.
Making them be terrorists.
Yeah, just teaching them that it's there's always like there's the technical aspect of going to the bathroom, which is literally going to the bathroom. But then there's the social aspect, which is the shame, the needing to excuse yourself, and the finding out how to do that in a way that doesn't draw attention to you in a culture that doesn't want to admit that it pees and poos.
Did you make anything a little more suited to our taste?
Oh yes, of course. I made a women's game, if that's what you're asking.
I meant your normal, decent humans, actually.
Well,
this
I'm going to tell you about
women's
my
game.
women's game.
All right.
It was called fucking hell! I've got my period and I got to piss and shit right now. Oh hell! That's what it was called, and it was for an early version of the Coleco vision.
Are you crying?
What?
You should be.
Yeah, I'm ashamed.
You're crying.
Yes, and so this
Oh,
was a game where
fucking hell. I've got my period and I have to piss and shit.
shit also
Right now.
right now also, but I'm ashamed. And so in that game, you were a woman presenter or a woman terrorist
They're
taking
just
over a
called
plane.
presenters and terrorists.
This is a while
Rollie.
ago. This is a while ago. And then in one, you were taking over a plane with a bunch of your fellow women. And
They're just called people, Rollie.
Call them terrorists.
these were these were women terrorists. And they were like
Rollie.
they were all your favorite traits of a terrorist, but plus women. And this was a long time ago, so this was kind of an empowerment sort of thing. Like it's our turn.
I'm sure.
You're crying so much. You don't have to keep going.
I want to, but because I need to purge myself of this
It's
evil.
important for him.
Okay.
So it's the same situation as the other game, except women with their periods.
Yes. Do you guys want to hear about another one of my VR games?
One
Okay.
more.
In a
Rollie.
segment we call the third thing in it.
One more.
All right.
You can always have two, but it's nice to have a third. So here's the third VR game that I made once. It's called Ooh, I'm a Baby, and I'm a
baby.
lady baby.
Oh, no.
I gotta shit and piss. One day I'll have my period. Help me.
Let me lay something down for you.
Oh, God.
Between the two of us, you are spending $120 an hour to have two mediums sit in front of you.
Yes.
And here, synopses
Yes.
of VR games that you possibly never made. I just want to, and you're crying while you do this. I just want to check in with the reality of what's happening. You are paying two talented women. One's a fraud, and one is
not-
real, but
one
we're
is a fraud.
both
She's the
talented
fraud.
at what we do.
Yeah.
She's always
You are
the
paying
fraud.
us to listen to this.
Yes.
That's what's happening now. You're not using our skills.
Call me a fraud. I'm the one who got Orson to tell us where
I
Andy
said one
was.
of us was a fraud. You were the one who said it was you.
I didn't. I said it wasn't me.
Well, there you go.
You've held up a mirror to what I've been doing, and I acknowledge that.
And do you want to keep paying us to listen to this?
Because we will.
We will.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I made another VR game. Here's my favorite part of the show. It's called 1 and 2 and 3 examples. That's for the birds. A fourth one's for me, a man, you see. And here's the fourth one now.
Good song.
My favorite VR game that I ever made was simply called Period.
And it was about.
You're the period.
Oh, we are the period. And are we trying to come out or are we trying to stay in?
You're like Osmosis Jones. You're inside a woman's body, and you gotta get to the exit point at the allotted time.
Have you had a therapist on the show?
Yeah, we
Oh,
had,
yeah, Frasier.
we had Fraser Crane.
I'd hardly call Frasier a therapist.
What would you call him?
I would call him a
personality.
watered-down celebrity. Oh, personality's good, yes.
Oh my God! At least don't call him late to dinner, and don't call him a fictional character because he insists that he's not.
Rollie, I'm wondering why we're still here.
I want you to listen to more of my VR
Trapped
games.
in your kitchen with a small intern man wearing a
Ratty
This
old
is just-
hoodie.
cum-soaked crispy hoodie.
Don't name it.
We found your son.
Oh yeah. Well, now I'm just.
And he won't
I paid
mind
for the
that I
hour.
keep
Let's
this
fill out
hoodie.
the hour.
I'm certain we've done more than an hour,
We're
Rollie.
paying for the second hour.
Well, all right, we'll stick it out.
Okay, wait. Before we cruise into our final segment,
What?
I want to ask you guys a question. Do you want to hear another VR game? This is a game called Find Your Glasses or You Won't See Shit.
Okay.
Man, this is a VR.
No. Let me guess. You don't have your glasses on, so you're shitting in weird places.
Yeah.
You
Also,
played
at
it.
some point, a lady glasses wearer.
This is actually I
Will
lied
get
about
their
this game.
period.
It's called Glasses Free Period or something.
It's actually your glasses are the lady, and they're getting a glasses period, and you need to find them and help them.
Interesting objectification there.
Glasses are women, and pants are men. Now we're into the final segment of the show. It's Everardo's turn to quiz us or something.
All right, yeah,
Wonderful.
it's time for the fan favorite section, trivia. And this is ghost-themed trivia because I knew you had hired some mediums.
Interesting.
Did we buzz in?
So,
Yeah, you can
just
buzz
kind of
in.
yell in.
Okay.
Anyone can just kind of yell whatever answer they think it is. These are multiple choice questions.
I won't need it.
All right.
Need what?
Multiple choices.
Okay.
Just the right one.
All right. Okay, first question. A 1967 book by Arthur Koestler, a 1981 album by The Police, a 1993 horror movie, and a 1993 episode of The X-Files.
Synchronicity.
What do all of these things, what title do all these things have in common?
They're all called synchronicity. I don't know.
No.
Oh yeah, hear the answers.
Oh, okay.
I don't
A?
understand the formatting
Okay,
of this game.
so these are four things. Sorry, this is maybe a weird
Reading
question.
lists of stuff.
4 things all share the same
What you'll learn is that
title.
Everardo's bad at this.
One
Yeah,
day
well,
I'll
then
one day
I
I'll
guess
make
it's
it easy.
synchronicity then.
Well, no,
Yeah.
now here are the multiple choice answers.
What's important is that we all step on Everardo before he has a chance to get this out.
All right, so a book, Police, an album by The Police, a horror movie, and an episode of The X-Files. Are they called All Tomorrow's Ghosts? B, Ghost in the Machine?
Yeah.
C, Black Ghost? Or
No.
D, Ghost in the Bathroom?
B.
Ghost
Ghost,
in the
in the
Machine.
machine.
D goes to the bathroom.
It is
That's
Ghost
right. What is it?
in the Machine. I'm sorry.
I would
I'm
be
so
shocked
sorry.
if the X-Files had an episode called Black Ghost.
They filmed the X-Files down the street from me.
Vancouver.
Many times.
Vancouver. That's my
Bringing it
favorite
back.
moment in
Many
X-Files
times.
history when Scully turns to Mulder and says, "You heard 5440?"
Yes.
And Mulder says, "Yeah,
And I love them.
I think they're great."
And you're my ocean
All right.
Toro, Scully.
Okay,
Love that
so
scene.
Ghost in the Machine. Next question. Who is generally accepted as being the best on-screen ghost parent?
Can I just say, as a caveat, a tangent aside, Ghost in the Bathroom, I know wasn't the right answer for all those things, but it is my favorite Police song.
Can I also say
The best on-screen ghost parent.
this next question does it involve Bill Cosby?
Yes. Is Ghost Dad one
well,
of the options?
That is one of the options, yeah.
Well, it shouldn't
Is
be.
it A, Mufasa?
No, it's the dad.
Is it B,
It's the
Ghost Dad?
It's the
No.
dad from Beetlejuice.
Or is it C, Darth Vader? Or
That's-
D, the dad from Beetlejuice?
It is
What-
the dad
what
from
was the
Beetlejuice.
question?
Who is generally accepted as being the best on-screen ghost parent?
Wait, there's the dad
Mufasa from The
Beetlejuice
Lion
isn't
King.
Dead.
Oh, he's wonderful.
Ghost
yes, he
Dad.
is dead.
Okay.
No.
Darth
He
Vader
is?
when he shows
Oh,
up as a
right,
force
he's not-
ghost.
Yeah.
No, but they were.
And D,
you're
whatever
right.
she said.
Alec Baldwin was not Lydia's dad in Beetlejuice.
No, you're right. He was just a friend.
No,
Her
he just
parents
was
were
a
awful.
previous owner of the house.
You know what?
He
I
was ju-
still say the
yeah.
dad from Beetlejuice.
Became a friend. It's got to be Darth.
You think Darth Vader was the best?
The best
ghost
on-screen
dad?
ghost parent?
Oh, wait. When he was nice once he became a ghost. He was
He's
just like
only
encouraging.
in that
true.
one
That's
scene
true.
when he gives them the thumbs up.
Thumbs
I
up
don't
from the
know.
clouds.
Was anyone in the Frighteners a dad?
What a strange question.
Mufasa only really comes back once as a
I don't even know who
clown.
that is.
What were the other options? Ghost Dad.
Ghost
is it?
Dad.
Sure, let's
I
not
mean,
dwell on
let's-
that anymore. I
Get
don't
that
want
out
to
of
hear
there.
about that
Well,
anymore.
there was Mufasa, and what was the
Next
third
question.
Yeah, let's
All right,
just
we'll just move right on.
one? Well, I want to know the answer, unless it's the answer.
We all know the answer is Ghost Dad.
Oh,
Hey.
say that.
Please, next.
I think it's the dad.
This
from
is just the
Beetlejuice.
answer of the question.
You've made Banandra incredibly uncomfortable for real.
This. You think this is worse than those VR games?
What was
Yeah.
wrong with the VR games? Training little boys and little girls and full-grown men and full-grown women how to excuse themselves from social situations and also
Feel ashamed.
feel
Feel
ashamed.
ashamed of their bodies.
If shame is a problem, then lock me up.
Particularly their periods, which you don't understand the science.
All right,
of.
I gotta go.
3 questions left. We'll breeze through them.
Okay.
Okay.
We're about to lose Banandra.
The term spectrophilia refers to A, believing in ghosts,
Ghost sex.
B, seeing a ghost,
love.
C, becoming a ghost, or D, sexual encounter with a
Sexual
ghost.
encounter with a ghost, a
It's a police
succubus
song.
or an
It's
incubus.
a police song about having a ghost in the bathroom.
Okay, next question. We both know
All right,
that
it is
song.
sexual encounter with a ghost.
And I'm sorry, Ghost in the Bathroom is a Scarlett Johansson vehicle, and it's very offensive.
Ghost in the bathroom?
Is that where she plays a Chinese ghost?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
All right, question 4. A UK woman claims to have had sex with how many ghosts?
400.
A, 20, B, hundreds, C, 0, or D, just 1?
400.
0 is correct.
Well,
which UK
no, but the
woman?
question
You're
is,
very
the
vague.
woman claims to have sex with how many ghosts?
I'm sure there's a woman in the UK who has claims to have sex with no ghost.
It is 400.
It's not a very
Also,
well phrased question.
This
Any of
phrasing
those could be
is
correct.
insane.
Well, I was right. 0.
Well, the answer is 20. The woman, a 30-year-old woman named Amethyst Realm, claims to have had sex with over 20 ghost lovers.
Then 20 isn't even the answer if it's over 20. What's happening here?
She also said that she met her ghost lover in Australia. They went back to England together,
How?
and they had sex on the plane.
I'll get.
And now they're engaged, and that is for real.
Was that her defense
article
for like
from-
some weird like public exposure charge she had
Yes.
laid against her on a plane?
Masturbating herself on the plane.
Yeah, that's illegal. And now that's how she defended herself by saying she had a ghost lover. Maybe.
I don't know. Amethyst Realm, if you're out there listening, we'd love to have you on the show.
We'd love to have you on the show and have you clarify the ghost lover. And
Bring your ghost fiance with you.
Be careful what you wish for.
I want Amethyst Realm on this show more than anything in the world. And I want to somehow die at the hands of an angered Amethyst Realm.
Former Chronicle Herald reporter Peter Duffy used his weekly column in Nova Scotia's provincial newspaper to write about what?
I'm gonna guess ghost.
Seeing a ghost, B, being a ghost, C, having a relationship with a ghost, or D, being sexually assaulted by a ghost.
Wow, I'm really hoping it's
And
not the
one of
last
these,
one.
this is a real thing that is for real.
Well, then I'm going to most hopefully guess B, an article about being a ghost.
I'm going to hopefully guess D, actually, because why would you choose to include that if it wasn't already the truth?
Yes, that's upsetting.
That's some good judgment
That's true.
leveled against Everardo. Can't side with that enough. Everardo, I'm going to choose D also because I looked at your page and saw a little asterisk next to D.
That is true. He
wow.
wrote a weekly column about how he and he explicitly says felt violated by a ghost in the night.
But that wasn't every week the column was about that.
Not every week,
Okay.
but more than 1 week for sure.
Every week.
Columnists are the fucking
I think this is
weirdest
around
people in the world.
2006 in Halifax.
How do you?
Yikes.
How is columnist still a job? These people are nuts. They come out of the gate with like 2 things to say, and then they get insane. Like, have you listened or watched any of who's that fucking over verbose Canadian like famous TV columnist? Rex Murphy.
Oh, Rex
Oh my
Murphy.
God. Every other segment he does is about like Tim Hortons lasagna being a crime against lovers of food and also the working class Tim Hortons customer. Have you seen this shit?
He's a demon, I'll say that.
Rex Murphy's a true nightmare.
Yeah.
Who's also just becoming conservative now
He's
because
a climate change denier, apparently.
because those people are so fucking pampered. They got their heads so far up their own ass. They don't care about what's real anymore.
For the first time in most of this podcast, I agree with Rollie wholeheartedly.
So
Anyway.
Rex Murphy, if you hear this, come at me.
Well, another killer game in the can, I'd say. And once again, I did forget to keep any track of the score.
Oh, it's all right. The true winners are the listener who are forced to have that.
If you've made it this far, congratulations. Please come back.
Almost certainly no one's made it this far. That's it, I would say, if that were it. But unfortunately, I have another VR game to talk about. And this one's called Marionette Madness, where you play a boy marionette or a girl marionette having a puppet period. It's been such a pleasure having our medium friends here. Is there anything you'd like to say to the listener by way of goodbye?
Oh, only that if you'd like to hire my services as Miss Nefertiti, you can find me in any local coffee time newspaper, or think hard enough and Orson Welles will appear.
Oh, God.
Give you my phone number.
And as for me, Benandra, you don't have to look for me. You'll find me when you need me.
Oh, you ding dong.
Oh my God! Wow. So that two different takes on how you can find them. Probably you're going to want to go with Benandra on that one. Although
I don't know. A lot of people are into Orson.
that's true, actually. If you had the opportunity to see a horned up Orson Welles giving you a medium's number, that might be the way to go. I'm Rollie Bush, as always, on behalf of my gorgeous son, who's alive.
Yay.
That's good to know.
Not in a ditch anywhere yet.
For now.
For now.
Of course, as always, Everardo the Intern. Thank you.
Thanks,
you were
and
lovely.
shout out to Ryerson Podcast School. See you guys in class.
Yep. Thank you very much to our producer, Stephen McLeod. Thank you very much to our guests, Miss Nefertiti and Benandra. And are there any Canadian improvisers or comedians that you want to promote via their Twitter handles, or possibly projects that you're interested in that don't have to do with you, of course?
Well, I would say on Twitter, it's always worth looking up at Johnson Becky or at the Suffragettes who are going to the Yukon, performing in Whitehorse and Dawson City very soon.
That's cool.
I'm a big fan of @NL Passmore, a.k.a. the Bone Wolf on Twitter.
Okay.
And just go to Bad Dog whenever you're in town in Toronto.
Yeah, if you're in Toronto, go to the Bad Dog Theater. Check out the works of, if I got this right, the Suffragettes, Becky Johnson included, and Nicole Passmore, a.k.a. the Bone Wolf.
And I'd just like to say, if you're in Kitchener, Ontario, go to the Flying Dog nightclub. Maybe you'll see my dad and his friend Willie, who are real people who go to a real nightclub sometimes, and they're 60.
Bad Dog in Toronto, Flying Dog in Kitchener, Waterloo.
Yep.
You can just
Cool, very
hang
cool
out with
nightclub.
Everardo's dad.
And I'll be hanging out with Andy's dad. 'Cause
right.
we live together now.
Thank you for listening, and as always, this has been